When did it change to,
Right.
there's like a career in this?
From as early of an age as I can remember, I went to Chapin when I was younger, and I remember working really hard to get into any sort of play or whatever it was. I just wanted to do that, and I was very sure of it. I told, family friends who would come to dinner parties, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I'd be like, I'm going to be an actor, and they'd be like, oh. I'm like, no, I'm serious. I'm going to be an actor.
And you just knew.
I just knew. It was, and I understood that they were not trying to be patronizing, that they were just like, oh, that's sweet. And I just knew that one day they'd be like, oh, do you remember when that little girl Lake thought that she was going to be an actor? She really did. I just knew I could see that whole trajectory.
What do you think gave you that confidence?
I don't know. It just was 100%. 100%.
I find that fascinating. Wavered. I've had enough of these conversations to know that there's a high proportion of people that are very successful in this field that just did know, and they didn't even have any sort
options.
of negative thoughts to push them off their path.
Yeah, I think you need that. I think you need to be kind of stubborn. You need to be steadfast. Yeah. I was so focused, and I think also just personality-wise, I was very focused.
Did anyone ever try to talk you out of it?
Of course, because my dad was like, what are you gonna do? These people, they try to be an actor. My dad was just kind of like, you're not gonna be an actor.
So in his mind, it's like,
early on.
That's way too many pitfalls and everything for her to, because it's kind of scary to be a father and think like, oh, my daughter's gonna be an actor.
Oh my God, I
and
totally
how many
understand.
sleazy dudes is she gonna run into?
Totally. Oh, it's the worst. I don't want my daughter to be an actress.
And what would your response be to your dad when he'd be like trying to talk you out of it?
I just knew I had to not speak about it, and this kind of lesson kind of took me through life, but you really can't speak about it, you just have to do. So you just have to operate and function in a way where you show versus just like talking about it. Like when I wrote In a World, I didn't tell anyone about it until it was written.
Because the worst thing is, you can almost jinx something by saying, oh, I'm gonna go do this thing.
1,000%. And also for your own self, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. If you keep saying, oh, yeah, I'm working on the screenplay, I'm working on, people are then gonna say, how is that screenplay coming? I mean, you're gonna kill yourself. I mean, it's just the worst.
Right.
So you just, I just said to my dad, I was like, it's gonna be okay.